Alrighty lads, we are back, this time with Psi Titans. Illegal? In this video we're going to go over what exactly is a Psi Titan, what are their strengths, powers, etc. Followed by how are these Titans made, and that's going to just kind of spill into the overarching topic of legalities of it. You excited? I sure am. So let's go. Starting off, what is a Psi Titan? Well, it's a Titan that's capable of psychic powers. No duh. Eldar have Psi Titans themselves, and as it stands, the Psi Titans are the deadliest breed of Titan one can find themselves facing. This video is solely focused on the Imperium of Man Psi Titans, as they are far too few in number, yet they hold amazing capabilities that demand inspection. You see, the powers of most Titans are sourced in their ridiculously large reactors. We are talking about enough power here that the reactor could power an entire planet. So if you blow up a Titan, you do actually run the risk of detonating it, causing a massive nuclear blast that can be felt across 25% of the planet. Yet Psi Titans don't get their power from just their reactors. No. Instead, it draws power from the living, restrained psychers who are strapped to these machines. These people are screaming in constant agony, and their power, their very minds, are being drilled into by Titan machineries. This leads to incredible soul-destroying powers that the machine is capable of conjuring. You see, wherever a Psi Titan walks, the people around the machine get their souls not just absorbed, but destroyed entirely. There is nothing left in their bodies. This results in such a devastating blow to the morale of many allies that it results in them refusing to help the Titan. They see millions of people die from just this machine walking near them. That's enough to make even Sanguinius say, "Oh fuck this shit, run." The weapons have drawn their power from the tortured psychers that are encased in it. Now typically, this leaves wounds in the very fabric of reality. We are talking cannons that shoot pitch black beams, where the very immaterium rips the foe to shreds, killing anyone near the beam as well, as their soul will get, again, destroyed and sucked into this. The pilot of this walking torture black hole device has to be a psychic blank. If you don't know what a blank is a person without a soul. Even worse, they're repulsive to gaze upon, as they are dwindling the psychic potential of anyone nearby. To non-psychers, blanks are just these horrible smelling, ugly looking people that you can't really rationalize why you hate them. You just know that you really fucking hate them, and you would just love to bully them, and you would just love to get them out of your sight. Whereas to a psycher who sees the souls of the people they talk to, they see clear as day why everyone is repulsed by a blank. A psycher is more repulsed than a normal person is from a blank, because this is just an empty person, a shell. This is a body without a soul. This is essentially hollow. And worse yet, they're draining everybody around them. So this is the only person that's capable of safely piloting such a devastating machine of war. Now, the caliber and degree of the blank is left to question. We actually don't know what the true vetting process is. But if I was to guess, I would assume an extremely powerful one, considering that each psycher attached and tortured to the device is classified somewhere in the alpha class of leveling, that's like insanely high. We are talking the highest power a human could ever become. Now you may be wondering, who exactly are these psychers? Well, they range from either prisoners or victims, depending on the case. Some psychers that are unsanctioned are deemed too dangerous to be left alive. These are the guys who possess entire worlds. These are guys who take over entire bodies of the entire administratum. These are very dangerous psychers who need to be punished. Then we have the victims. These are people who are actually begging the Emperor to end their existence, as they may have hurt or harmed one of their own friends or family, or they themselves realize the danger they're capable of. Very nice of them to sacrifice themselves, in other words. Now you may be wondering, has there been any battles involving these amazing machines? And the answer is absolutely fuck yes. You see, during the Great Crusade, Horus and Sanguinius managed to attack and board a craft world called mor'rioh. Mor'rioh was formidable, as it had many Eldar Psi Titans on it and regular Titans, and this presented itself as a difficult threat. We're talking Luna Wolves and 2/3 of the Blood Angels Legion deployed, along with multiple Titan Legios, and still they were losing the battle. Still, here they are, where apparently the craft world of mor'rioh had no aspect warriors, so it must have been a very new and fresh craft world to not have aspect warriors, but even they were able to beat back such a devastating army. Yet, as the battle raged on, here the Ordo Sinister, which is the Psi Titan Legio, made their appearance. The Emperor himself saving the day by deploying these secret weapons that not one of his Primarchs knew that he had. Upon sensing these monstrous machines walking through the craft world, Sanguinius himself ordered a hasty-ass retreat, as the battle with the Titans was already difficult. It's hard to help the Titans when your guns are very ineffective and the Titans are more likely to hurt you than they are to hurt the enemy. But the battle between a Psi Titan would spell out the doom of everybody that was near the damn thing, as the machine was more likely to kill them as it was the Eldar. Bottom line, the Imperium won that day. The craft world was completely destroyed, and to this day some Eldar survivors of craft world mor'rioh still hold a deep grudge with humanity. But the fact that this weapon of war easily destroyed their forces and easily wiped out a craft world, this put a sense of fear and dread in even Sanguinius and Horus at the thought of what else the Emperor could be creating. This was such an amazing device that even the Primarchs were like, ooh, you know what? I think our father is using technology that we really shouldn't be touching. In fact, this left such a fearful taste in everyone's mouth that even the Mechanicus was more afraid than anyone else. You see, Titans are typically made by a single forge world, where the entire planet churns out parts to make a single massive Titan, all made in plans according to the Mechanicus, as the Mechanicus has direct ownership of these technologies. But the Psi Titans, per the Treaty of Mars, the Mechanicus are not allowed to study Psykers, and therefore they cannot make such a beast of war. Worse yet, Mars had zero recollection of making such a machine, meaning that the Emperor had his own manufacturing capabilities to not make one Titan, but many. And this is very scary, considering that, as I said earlier, an entire Forge world has to be dedicated to making a single Titan. And here's the Emperor deploying a shit ton of these Titans, and all he's got is Terra. So clearly he's hoarding resources that they cannot even fathom. This display of might not only scared the Primarchs and the Eldar, but it put a deep fear and hatred in the Mechanicus, as their Legio Titanicus returned reporting the details of these new Titans. This pushed many of the Mechanicus individuals and officials to demand the burning of the Treaty of Mars, for you see, they view this as illegal. Only they are to design the Titans. Yet, because of the Emperor's personal studies, he is now not only becoming a competitor in the technology market by showing off new technology that the Mechanicus is not allowed to research, but he's also becoming a monopoly, where he's actually starting to own the technology industry entirely. The Mechanicus did not like the feeling of being outcompeted by the Emperor, and this planted the seeds of rebellion. First, the Custodians and Space Marines were restricted, but now even Titans were being restricted, which crossed a huge line as they viewed as illegal. Because, again, a Titan is like the building of the Omnissiah to the Mechanicus. So here's this guy building Titans without any sacred rites, without any sacred rituals being conducted. This is a machine that is not the Omnissiah. And that to them is extremely heretical. Now, honestly though, the Mechanicus knew that eventually the Emperor would slowly dissolve them, making technologies that he showed them would easily beat their technology. In one fell swoop, the Emperor proved to them that the Mechanicus may have awesome tech, but his stuff is better, and he has the capabilities to compete with their forging practices. If the Horus Heresy never happened, I guarantee that the Mechanicus would have rebelled, eventually, or suffer the death of history, where their order would just simply get dissolved with the writing of a treaty. Now, interestingly enough, the Mechanicus during this time is actually not very religious. So that's something you have to remember too. The Mechanicus, the lower officials and the lower enlisted, they are religious. But the top officials who sign the Treaty of Mars, the top officials who own most of Mars, they are not religious. They even understand that their religion's kind of somewhat bullshit. And for them, they would have rebelled against the Emperor simply for the fact that, hey, he's doing things and then he's saying we're not allowed to do that. Meanwhile, him doing these things is making him stronger than us. Here we're supposed to be two planets aligned with a common goal. How am I supposed to trust this guy when he's allowed to do things with his planet that we aren't allowed to do with ours? This is a very legally, morally gray situation. On one hand, studying psychers is extremely dangerous, and the Emperor knows damn well about that. On the other hand, the Mechanicus does have a right to kind of know, saying, hey, you are pretty much about to tip the scale into your favor. Already, you have giant armies at your disposal. You have Custodes, Primarchs. Why can't you just give us a little bit of a inkling as to what we can do to somewhat even out the playing fields? But tell me what you guys think. Do you think the Psi Titans should make a reappearance? Do you think the Mechanicus was right in saying the Emperor broke their treaty? Overall, the Psi Titans have pretty much faded away into obscurity, and they still remain to this day locked up on Terra, but yet we never see them ever again. We see them during the Horus Heresy, but only in one campaign, and that is it. For some reason, the Emperor doesn't like using these Titans. Maybe there's something wrong with them, and that would be a very interesting book to explore. What could be possibly wrong with these machines that the Emperor is like, yeah, I only deploy this once, and it's if I have to. Besides that, see you lads next time. Comment down below.